Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitching with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great Tuesday and a great week. Well, today is Floss Tube Day and I have my August cup, which is a green rose cup. Thank you, Phyllis. Love them. Love them. Oh my goodness. It has been a week. This is my 137th floss tube. Today is August 16th, 2022. Can you believe it's like the middle of August? What happened? Well, I don't get it. I don't understand, but we're going with it. Okay? Yeah, because the sooner we get past summer, the less busy we're going to be. Gosh, I hope. Of course, then we'll have the looky-loos in like the end of September, first, well, let's call it October. I mean, I never know, if it gets really cold, I mean, the stupid leaves will freeze and fall off early. We've had that happen, so, but that's when people come back to go camping in the woods when the leaves are all turned, I don't blame them, but I live here, so I can see that view any day. More coffee, more coffee, more coffee. So I worked on a few things this week, and I wasn't as indecisive as I was last week. Yeah, I don't know what happened the week before, because, yeah. But some things have happened this week. I got water that runs down the sink, and it doesn't just accumulate. So I got that fixed. The guy started working on the skirting. He's working off and on because he's burning daylight because, he has to do other things for other people, which is fine. And so I don't know when that's all going to get done, but hey, the running water is a big old plus. Not running water, but my sink being unstopped. Yeah. Last night I went to my daughter's house, and between her, me, and her husband, my son-in-law, we got the tires ordered, and they will be here on Saturday, but on Saturday they have someplace they have to go, so that won't be happening. And I also ordered more ink for my printer. I have plenty of paper. I had to order both kinds of ink, so I got that, and I got some more of the project bags that I like to use for various projects, especially if they're big. Gives it all some place to be. And somebody was asking me, how do I organize them? Well, if it's a small, I'm looking, small kit, like say, let's call it a Joy Sunday, or one of the DIY ones, and they're not very big, and they don't have a hoard of extra thread or anything, I will just keep them in their plastic that they come. But if it's something big like say my koi that has like 15-20 skeins of, say, red or whatever, or a large mass amount like Maydeer's Ambilight that has 115 colors, I will put them in these project bags. So that's how I kind of keep it organized. And if I'm working on a counted cross stitch, I'll put them in these bags because it keeps everything together. So yeah, we'll just set that right there. So that answers that question. I'm going to try to start not so much answering your comment section. What I'll do is I'll accumulate those questions. So say the next day I have a stitch with me or a drill with me, then I will answer them in the next video. Does that make sense? Because it's just so hard to go back through. I see your comments. I love them. And, it's really good. Maybe I'll just have like a Q&A day, where it's all the questions that you've asked and that kind of thing. And I'll answer them at that time. So maybe we'll do that. I still need to try to put a whip parade together, but it's not been the week for that. And I'm busy at work, and when I get home, I'm fried, and it's just too much. So maybe middle of September-ish. What can I say? Maybe I'll do it for my birthday. I don't know. Shall we get on to what we worked on this week? Well, we'll start with the diamond painting. That way I can move it out of the way. But I did get the top part of his head done. So I'm down to his eye. You can see where his... I can't hold it. Maybe I can. Okay. So his nose comes down here, and then it starts that big mouth with all those teeth. So yeah, I'm about done. There's like 20 drills. I can see them through the thing. So yeah, so it's coming along. I just work on it, and I've had to this week because, like, I hit Sunday night, and my finger was, yeah, yeah. It's because I'm so lazy, I won't get up and find my thimble. Yeah, so I just keep working until it's raw. So, yeah, but we'll be fine. I only had one start this week. I know. Don't faint. Is everybody okay? Here, let me give you some air here. Yeah, I only started one. Scary but true. And that was this owl. Isn't it pretty? I'm trying to get it so it doesn't shine. But it's gorgeous. I think I got it from DIY Shoes. So I worked on him. Up. I'm trying. We just worked on the top of his head. And I believe I've put 2 different colors in there. You really can't see because they're really close. So, yeah. But I keep it right here because it's a nice size. You know, it's not very big. It's beautiful. And I love all the different colors. I'll put that back up there because its bag is up there. Then, not then, but next I have in line, yeah, no particular order, guys. We don't work like that. Is this garden cottage. And I've seen this at a couple different sites. So, yeah. And we're working up in wrong corner. This corner. I'm trying to get to that light tan, different colored house. Yeah. So, still haven't gotten much done on it. I'm still working on that same color. Let's see, it has to go this way. So, we're just filling in. I got that teal done, of course. And then I'm working on that dark brown, which is the yellow symbol. So, yeah, just a little bit at a time. Just a little here and a little there. And I might as well show you this one since it's down on the floor. This is Riches, Honor, and Peace by Joy Sunday. And I don't believe that it's still available. Maybe you can find it at different stores. I'm not sure. But it's ginormous. It is 103 by 69. Hang on. Flip everything backwards. So, just working on the leaves. The butterfly is done except for it needs to be backstitched. So, yeah. So, we worked on the leaf areas and just basically on that edge. Because that was the easiest to do. So, not much on it either. I know. I take them out and I'll stitch on them and then I'll get hot because it was hot all week in the 80s. And I told you that just doesn't work for me in the summertime. I don't know why I'm pulling out all these big ones. Then I got out another big one, which is 147 by, no. Yeah, 145 by 45. get it detached here. And this one I looked and it's not available anymore. Irritating. I'll take it out of this, crying out loud. This is a spring kit and it's done on Tan-Eta. Isn't it beautiful? They have had like 4 different ones that went in this set. And the other one has like blue leaves and flowers. And I got this from DIY Shoes. I probably said the wrong name on a couple of those that I started, that I showed you already. This one is from Paint Some Way. This is Rich's Honor and Peace. And the garden one is from FG Normal. So I did get them wrong. I was thinking of this one. So on the video, I had started, it's a little bear, I'm telling you, doing, you can't hardly see it, dang it. Okay, so I went around these flowers as much as I could. Then I'm like, I want to see what those flowers look like. So then I skipped over to here. Hang on. And this material is so stiff. It just, I tried to crunch it down and it just didn't work. I've got to just stick the needle out of the way. So I started working on this flower. And I'm working on that red symbol. But you really can't tell the difference. I know there's a few stitches in there that are going to be like a darker pink, but I haven't hit them yet. But this is like B5200 and another like palest of pale pinks. You can't tell. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going. Then I worked on, but next in line, I worked a bit on my blooming flowers. I don't have a picture of this, but here it is. I started, of course, on this side. And I got some of that pink, most of it filled in. There's just a few random, what do you call it? Symbols. So, yeah. But I get it done a few stitches at a time. So I'm just working, I put a few, this, crap, get out of my way. This is confetti all the way down, all the way across. And there's several colors, as you can see, in that flower, but it's almost completed. I have to go back and do another symbol to get it all done. But just trying to finish this corner. But I work on it every now and then. But it's another hot one, so yeah. Oh, well, that's attractive. I have 2 needles on this. There's one there. And there's one down here, so you know I was working on that other flower. Just finishing up that same colored thread that I'd had. So, yeah. That's all the pre-stamped ones that I worked on. Then a viewer asked if I would get out Mary Jane Fry. This is a pattern by Amanda Rowe. And it was a freebie, and it is still a freebie from Fiber Talk. It's on fibertalk.com. Go to, I think, on their first page, because that'll take, if you go to fibertalk.com, it goes to their home page. And it'll say something about freebies or whatever. And this is Mary Jane Fry, 1861. So, but yeah. And she's the solitary stitcher. I believe she either has her own website, Amanda Rowe that is, has her own website, or she's on Etsy. I can't remember. So, I'm doing this on 28 count mushroom Lagana, and I'm using silky threads. So we finished up. There's this piece just like that over here. We finished, and then I'm about 3/4 of the way done with that little pink flower there. So yeah, it's just a piece at a time. I got off on another tangent, you know. So yeah, I picked my own colors. It does come with, you know, you can, the DMC thread. So there's 6 colors in this, but I didn't like the DMC, so I changed it all to Sulky, and this is my conversion. I just pulled out what I thought would basically go with that. Yeah. And the last thing I've worked on, I don't think I have the thing right here. This is my, shake it out. Yeah, it's been used and abused. This is on 28 count Mushroom Lugana. I love it. This is Louisa Cullimore. So I got across the first row this week, and it's a short row, so see, it lines up there. So the page on this end is just like a half page or a 3/4 page, you know. And then I've got, I think, 6 more pages to go, maybe. So, and it goes fairly fast. It's going to go faster because it's numbers and alphabets up above. So, yeah. And it's 28 count wheat Lugana, and I'm using Sulky 1169. I had to think. I have so many things in my brain. And that, guys, is everything that I worked on. I think. I stand corrected if y'all can figure out if I talked about anything else, but I try to have a piece of paper. So, like, I'll finish my floss tube, and then if I work on something, I'll write down what I worked on. Yeah. We're waiting until January 1 to use my book that one of you lovely people sent me, but I'm going to start the year with that book. And I spent a little bit of time this past week looking for fabric and seeing if I wanted to start something in Blackbird. And I knew in the back of my brain that was never going to fly. I mean, I found a couple things and maybe not. And I really, 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 really wanted to get Harriet Salt. So I got Harriet Salt. It's waiting. I ordered the fabric for Harriet Salt and the Sulky thread. And I ordered some more needles. I needed them. And another piece of Lugana. So I have mushroom and wheat Lugana coming. So when I get the red, and it's a Sulky, I will see if it looks better on the, I don't have a piece of mushroom. Where is she? Okay. So I ordered basically these 2 colors. So, and I got a different red because they didn't have enough of what I needed. And I tried, remember when I told you I got the thread for Louisa Cullimore? I bought them in the it's like a 6-pack of thread so that I could get 2 of the ones that I actually needed for Louisa Cullimore, and then it had 4 more spools, 2 more colors. So I tried to pick that because I have 4 already, so I didn't need quite so much. So I don't remember what I ended up ordering. But we'll see what color that red, and I think it's redder than this. I know that looks really red, but this is more of a brick color. So I got 2 pieces of fabric like that. So we'll see. One's mushroom, one's wheat. I know. What else did I order? So I ordered that, plus I've got the printer ink for my printer. So now when I need to make a print or a copy of something, you know, that my working copy gets very abused. I fold and fold and fold and fold and unfold and yeah, and fold some more. So they get really used. And yeah, it's not like I'm sitting here making copies of everybody's stuff. It's just what I work with, and I have to have it attached right here in front of my face so that I can see it, because I can't look from one thing to another. So that, and even if I had like a tablet with Pattern Keeper on it, I have no place to sit it or hold it while I'm looking. So it's just easier to make a copy of it and attach it to the side of my hoop. Okay, enough. I think that's it. So I will have some reviews this week, and all this stuff, I don't know when it'll come from 123 Stitch. Harriet Salt is already downloaded and sitting and waiting. Yeah. So we'll see. It may not be till next week. I have no idea. Since I ordered it on Monday, it might be here by next week. I have no idea. It's coming from, is it Utah? I can't remember where they're at. I want to say Grand Prairie, Texas, but that's probably not right. I don't know. That might have been somebody else. It'll be here when it gets here. How's that? So, other than that, that's all I got for this week. Thank you for watching and listening to me going yap, yap, yap. But no grand plans other than to get all that put together so that I can make copies of whatever I need so that I can stitch on. I'll still have to go through the Blackbird stuff. I think I went through the Winds of Autumn book. And I came that close to getting Honeysuckle Manor, but I don't know. It didn't show all the pages in there or the projects. So I said, no. So I may look in my, I have Home for the Holidays by Blackbird, so may do that. You know I don't do Halloween patterns. I don't know. It's just, no, it just feels wrong. To me, feels wrong. I don't know. So, yeah. I don't support evil. I guess that's what I'm saying. So, I don't know. It's just funny in the way I am. That's all I can say. I don't, God, my eyes itch. Yesterday it was all windy. Today and the rest of the week, off and on, it's supposed to be a little rainy. Today, that's why I'm wearing my hoodie, is because, yeah, it's chilly out there. It's dampy chilly, and we don't get dampy chilly like Midwest dampy chilly. You know what I mean? Yeah, so what can I say? Well, guys, that's going to be it. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.